Hey, it's Ben's from LaunchFlows.com. Today I'm introducing additional templates that are ready to use for most common checkout experiences. This is by popular demand because we found that most people just say, hey, I know it can do a lot of stuff. I don't care. I just want to get started with one button easy. So today I'm going to make it as simple as possible, and I'm going to release all these various ready to use checkout experiences. One-step checkout, two-step checkout, order bump, upsell, membership to your course with one click plus a post-order bump, blah, blah, blah. And I'm going to do it with this kind of a model where it's really simple design layout, but the mechanics are in place. Plus, I'll show you how easy it is. So here's a model I used the other day for the 3.01 update of LaunchFlows. And people thought it was really clever because it shows order bumps and upsells. So we've got a main product. You're then taken, even though it's in the cart, you're taken to the possibility of either saying, I'm good with just that, or maybe getting an order bump or an upsell. If I take the order bump or upsell, depending on which one it is, here it's set up as an order bump, as an upsell. Depending on which one it is, it'll either add it to what was the original main product, or in this case, it will replace it. Either way, we've also got a nice checkout experience here with multiple tabs and these remote triggers for the tabs. So really simple. Watch how easy this is. I recommend that anybody first go to a new incognito window and start with LaunchFlows.com, where you can get our 7-day free trial. The easy thing about this is that it has everything set up ready to use, so you can play with the model and just get going with it, and then you can use it on your real site just by exporting it. So this new site. And what I'm going to do is get this demo. I've set it up so I don't have to use my real email. I recommend you do because it's going to send you the credentials. I'm an admin, so I can get in anyway. Okay, so now what we're going to do is import the templates we need. So just go to Templates, Save Templates, Import, choose the zip file that you will have downloaded from LaunchFlows. It'll be free for anybody to download because it's no good to anybody unless you're using LaunchFlows. So take the zip file, I called this one LaunchFlows Basic Order Bump, and open it up. Now this is going to be really fast because I'm eating lunch in literally 5 minutes. So watch how fast this is. I got my kids waiting for me to eat lunch. So I'm going to import this. And you see the 3 templates. We got the main product, the conditional second offer, and then the checkout page. Let's start with the checkout page. For LaunchFlows, you can create a new checkout page or use your main default WooCommerce. It doesn't matter. I'm going to add a new one, and we'll call this Basic Order Checkout Page, so I know what it is. Then I go to the LaunchFlows Checkout Template box, and I'm going to grab the WooCommerce shortcode that allows this to act like a checkout. Second step is I'm going to use the template that I just created and imported called Basic Order Bump. Now you won't have created it, you'll have imported it, but choose the Basic Order Bump checkout layout. That's it, done. We've now got our checkout. That wasn't painful, right? Ready for us to use it. And you can adjust things like whether you want to show the title. That's all in your theme and layout. But for now, just mechanics. Next is we want to have 2 products. So we go to Products, Add New, and we want to create the second product and the main product. You can use any type of product, but for this I'm saying simple product, and I'll give it $100. And if I want it to automatically check out and complete, I can use downloadable or not. This means that in WooCommerce, you don't have to worry about processing and so forth. If you have a non-shippable product like digital goods, you probably want to check that. And that way it just finishes the order. Next, I'm going to use LaunchFlows, but I won't be able to connect this yet fully until I make the second product. But what I can do is say Instant Sales Page, because I'm going to use this already existing product as its own billboard. So let's also give this a product image so we know what it is when it's in the cart. I have already gotten these images imported when you import the templates. Those are from pexels.com. If you need a free image, you can use that. Okay, now that I've got that and saved it, I'm going to go to Elementor and I'm going to put the wrapper on this product. By default, it shows the WooCommerce stuff, which I'm going to turn off. So first thing that I do is I'm going to change the page layout from default WooCommerce to Elementor full width. The difference between Canvas and full width shows the header and footer. Canvas is just a full blank canvas. I actually want the header and footer, so I'm going to say OK. I'm going to click Update, make sure it turns to gray, and then I'm going to exit back out. And even though I don't need it, I'm going to click update because now I'm going to go on to the second product for a moment. I'm going to add another new one. I'm going to call this second product. I'm going to do the same thing. Virtual, simple product if I want, $200 this time. LaunchFlows, I'm going to create now. Where does this product go after I throw it into the checkout? Well, I want it to actually go to that checkout page we just created, right? Called basic order checkout page. If you remember the steps, main product, second product offer, checkout. So this is going to go to that daisy chain. Instant sales page the same way, but before I do that, I'm going to make sure that I also add my product image so it'll show up. I'm going to publish. Okay, once I've saved the WordPress stuff, now I'm going to go into Elementor and do the same thing. I'm going to add the template. I'm going to choose the full width instead of default, and I'm going to import my template, and I'm going to use the basic order bump conditional offer after main product. And I'm going to double check. Okay. When I update it, it will remove all the WooCommerce stuff that was there before. And if we're uncertain, we can always preview it. Looks good. Okay. Hamburger menu to go on back. Exit to dashboard. We're getting close. Okay. So we got checkout set up. We have got a second product that's ready to be finished. Let's make sure we add something, for example, with LaunchFlows. We know where it's going once we've added it to the checkout. But what about the thank you page? Well, I've already got a default thank you page set up, but you can make a new one out of any page you want or even redirect it somewhere else on the site. But there are certain very simple Elementor components or widgets from LaunchFlows that can show maybe your past order info and so forth. I'm just going to choose a thank you that I've already got. And we're good to go. Now, the only thing I want to remind you is if this was an upsell product instead of an order bump, choose this solo checkout. Because what this means is that when you do it that way, the second product will replace what's in the cart. Here I don't want that. Here I'm going to use the order bump method where it's in addition to the first product. Okay? So I'm going to click update. And now I want to go back and finish the first product. In order for the first product to know where it's going to go, I'm going to send it, like we said, to this second product once I've added the product to the cart. So I go here to the main product and I edit it. I go back to LaunchFlows and I say, where should this go after I've added it to the cart? Well, I'm going to use the second product as the destination, okay? LaunchFlows throws the product into the checkout, goes on to this second page, all right? Let me say update. Now, what do we need to do? We need to fix the buttons on the design templates to match up with your real products that you've got and the URL of your site. So for this particular first product, we want to use it in that big green button. So in the upper right corner, I've got the LaunchFlows direct checkout link. Let's copy that. Let's go back into our design and make sure that the button that we're using is correct. And I noticed that I lost the design there, maybe because I forgot to save it. So let's just do the design bit again. Main product, insert. I'm going to click on the button and I'm going to go to the link area. And this is where I'm going to take out what was in there and paste in the real product ID for our real site. Make sure you click update and we should be good to go. Let's go ahead and exit the dashboard and we'll look at the product itself. Let's try it out. Looks good. I see it took us to the correct site in the second page, but let's also use the location of our cart and we see that that worked too. Aha! But it's showing a quantity and I don't really want to make this product have more than one ever purchasable. So let's limit that product so that it can only have one ever purchased. And we do that by going to the product inventory and we choose sold individually. Now, if you do want people to add more than one after the, checkout has been created, leave it alone. But if not, just enable it. Now when I publish it and we check the cart, we see that's good. Okay. Now we need to adjust this page as well. So for this, we go back to our products and we're going to adjust the second product. or I shouldn't say just, we're going to double check it, and then we're going to use the links. Now what are we doing here? Well, remember on step 1, somebody already put the first product in the checkout. Step 2, if it's a bump, we're going to allow the second product to be added to that. They will both be in the checkout. We don't have to make it too complicated because it's all good. If it was an upsell, we would choose solo checkout, as I mentioned, for this product, and then it would replace the first product. But I'm going to do it as an order bump, so I'm leaving it alone. And I'm copying the direct checkout link here. We go into our Elementor design. For this button, I already know I've got the first product in there, so this one is just going to literally say, throw the second product in there. The no thank you is going to say, you know what, I don't need or want to actually do something else. I just want to use the location of the checkout page so that I can just keep on going. So for that, let's go get the location of the checkout page. We just created that a moment ago. We can use the view button here and right click, copy link address. And for this button, I'm going to put that in here so that somebody is just taken onto the checkout page without adding anything else. And we're done. That's it. Let's give it a try. Okay, I'm going to start out by going back to the dashboard to the first product because that's the starting point of this whole thing. So I'm going to view it here. Okay, buy it now. Let's double check if that went to the cart. It did. It gave me my little warning and so forth if I need to, but we're never going to see this card anyway, so it's fine. And by the way, we can suppress these messages if we want, but it's not necessary because, like I say, nobody's normally going to go there. So just to give you confidence, buy now. Now you have a choice. Do you want to add the second product or do you want to just go on? If we say just go on, we're going to have the original main product only. The rest is done. Let's go back one step. If we say, yes, I want to add the second product, ta-da, we've got both products. That's it. This is the new way of doing things with the LaunchFlows. So now you could take this component, go in and edit it with your Elementor design components, your images, your brand, your layouts, blah, blah, blah. But the mechanics of this are really, really powerful. And just to show you that one other example, remember, we can make it that it replaces. Okay, so in this case, if we take this product and we edit it, let's do two things. Let's go ahead and change this to a solo checkout, save it. So it's going to replace the first product. And let's change the wording to get the second product instead. Or only. Okay, let's update it. Let's see how that works in the real world. So we're going to go hamburger menu, dashboard, go back to the first product, and let's try it now. We got the first product. We only want the second product, right? We click it, it's an order upsell, ta-da, only the second product. We have that same quantity issue, which let's fix that since I'm showing you. We go to the products. Let's make the second product also limited in inventory. So inventory, only sold once by itself. Let me move me out of the way. Only sold by itself. And let's give it a try. View. All right. First product, only want the second product there by itself. That's it. We're done. Once you get the hang of this, it'll take you literally 3 to 5 minutes for a very complex layout to just come from our ready-to-go template and the model and rock and roll. Let me know if you like this, love this, hate this, want more of this in the Facebook group or in the YouTube video where you see this. I'll see you on the next video. This is Spence from LaunchFlows.com.